Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. The following message has been approved by the Divine and sponsored by Spirit. I go by Melinda Nail Fanatic, and I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channel tarot message from the download series. So if you're here, there's definitely something here for you. Your job is bring your intuition to the party. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you're always going to have the consequences and repercussions to pay for those. So we're going to take your first message and read it last from the Angel Tarot, and we'll leave that there. Okay, we'll see how that comes into play at the end. Let's see what's going on in today's download, please. What is the download message today? Okay, this one wants to come out. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. You know, when you're in the middle of something, it's so easy to get completely zoomed in to how you feel, you know, your part in it and how it's affecting you. But they're saying if you look at the larger picture, it might be a lot different than what you're perceiving it to be at this time. So they're asking us to take another perspective. Let's go ahead and get something from the Divine Energy Oracle as well about your download message today. And it says, choose friends wisely. Choose friends wisely. What they say, birds of a feather flock together. So there's something here about making sure about who you're entertaining in your circle. Okay. And let's get a message from the Moonology deck. That one really wants to come out. It says, what do you need to release? Moon. So intuitively, I see like you feel a certain way about a friendship, but it may not, it appears that it's not the most beneficial friendship for you. You know what I'm saying? And you can sense that. So we're working with the affirmators today. And pull your message from here. We have the Five of Pentacles in the past position. In the current position, we have the Magician. And in what's unfolding, we have the Empress. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. For somebody, this is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in your life. Now, when it says choose friends wisely, we have our friendship friends, and then we have our boyfriends and our girlfriends, etc. What I see is in the past, somebody here has left you out in the cold, you know. This person wasn't there when you needed them. And now they're coming in with some form of trickery, some form of trying to get you to see things the way they want you to, trying to convince you, trying to compel you, trying to get you to do what serves them. I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that for me. I'm picking up on trying to weasel their way back in. I hear there's somebody trying to weasel their way back in. But what I see is you're looking forward. You're looking forward to progress in your life, you know. I just see you realizing your value and your worth. So there's a big message here today to zoom out on the big perspective, you know. Sometimes you make friends with people, it's for a reason and for a season, for a lesson and for a blessing, you know. And I see that in this experience, one of the things you learned is just because you're a certain way doesn't mean everybody's going to show up that way in your life. You know, you might have been there for this person when they really needed your help in the past, and they're coming back for more. But when you needed them, they weren't available. You know what I'm saying? I also see another experience here where somebody's realizing like they've held on to friendships or partnerships that have gotten in the way of the progress in their life. Somebody here realized that they have something physical. For somebody, this wasn't about a person, but this was about something that you owned, something you were keeping in your possession. You have to let that go. I see this intuitively. They're showing me, you know, there's a big need to let go of things. This is the last day of May that I'm recording this, okay? And this is giving me the month of May right now. So one thing I'm seeing here is like, as you're closing out this month, for those of you who are catching this on time, others of you will catch this future times down the line. by the end of your month, whenever you're finding this, dump out some trash, dump out some stagnant energy. And, you know, that one person that's been just clinging to you and needing you all the time, but they're never there. You know, they're always on your line when they need you, but when you use some assistance, you could use some friendship, something like that. You could use some help with this, that, or the other. If they're not showing up at the table, it's like time for you to honor your value, your worth, your position in this, okay? Because you're materializing some awesomeness in your life, but it's like, in order to allow that awesomeness to come in, you have to maintain the space. You got to give it space to grow in your life. You've got to have a place to plant that. You know what I'm saying? It's got to have a place to stay. If you got the wrong partner in your life, you got the wrong friend in your life, like that stuff has got to get moved out of the way. Because first off, if you hold on to people who is bringing the wrong energy to the table, then it's like the right energy that you're truly aligned with and desiring, the energy that you want to bring more of in is not going to be attracted to that unhealthy friend, unhealthy situation. You got to zoom out and see the overall perspective of what something or someone is having in your life at this time is coming out really big. So let's see what is your energy in regards to the situation. We'll take one card from the Tarot of Curious Creatures about your energy in the situation. Show me the love and peace and happiness. Try. Look at that. That's your energy. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords says you're ready to move forward, ready to move on. You just want to bring in a greater sense of peace in your experience and in your life. The bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. I heard I've done all I can do. As soon as I seen that card, I heard I've done all I can do. So in this experience, you're realizing like you did everything on your side of the table that you could do to assist this friend, to assist this connection, to enable this connection, to allow for this situation. But at this point, it's like you're feeling like, and you've been feeling it. I hear you've been feeling it for a little while. Like the only thing I can do is kind of just move on and move forward for myself at this time. The Six of Swords is, it's been a little bit of a challenge to let go, but you know that this is a calling on your soul. You know that this is something you have to do. So now let's look at the energy with the other side of the table. We'll pull one card from the Light Seers Tarot. Show me the other energy, the external energy, who or what is on the other side. The external energy is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles energy. This is pulling back, holding back, protecting. Somebody is in very much a protective mode. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I heard this. Somebody here has definitely recognize your value. Somebody here, you are the Empress and you pull back your energy and this person is finally moving on, okay? Because if you've already pulled back your energy and released your connection to this, released this experience, then I see like that person is finally making moves to move on. So you're hearing from them less, you're thinking of them less, they're creeping into your energy a lot less, okay? You found your value a long time ago. I heard you found your value a long time ago. Somebody here, they left you out in the cold when they could have stepped up and did something for you. That's what I see. I feel like somebody here, you even realize like you could have stepped up and did something for somebody, but they got to find their own. Okay, I'm seeing an energy here where we have a person on the other side of the table whose mother always took care of them. This could be your sibling. Mommy always took care of this person. Mommy's not here no more. Now what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? They looking to you. You're like, well, I did all I can do. The rest I gotta let it go. It's giving me the vibe of, Mommy, I told you. Mommy, I told you. What are they going to do when you're not able to show up and take care of everything for them anymore? It's giving me that energy. So there's somebody here who has been very well catered to so much of their life that they kind of don't know what to do without this, without somebody here taking care of them, stepping up for them financially. So like there's somebody here who doesn't know how to do what they need to do without a whole cheering section. Like, dude, you got to learn how to be your own best cheerleader. You got to learn how to pay your own bills. You got to learn how to handle your own finances. You got to be responsible for the situation in your own heart. Like somebody here likes to cast a lot of blame. But yet and still when it's time for them to step up and and do something in regards to a connection that does support them, like they don't do that. So it's like, what do? It's a catch-22. I heard it's a catch-22. Number 22, master builder energy. They're like asking you to build your own self up, build your own life up, not to get caught up in this situation. Okay. Now I also see two people here who are parting ways as a result. Somebody's got their bags packed and they're moving on. Somebody else here is trying to hold on to the situation because they might feel like, well, I thought we were going to get married. Somebody here might have felt like they thought you were going to get married to them or something like that. But at the end of the day, when it was time for them to show that they were going to be a spouse, when it was time for them to show up in the marriage mate material, they didn't do it. They didn't show up with that energy. So it's like, okay, well, I know what I need to do now. I have all the resources I need. I actually thought somebody said, I thought it would be fun to take on a marriage mate, but I thought it was on my path to take on you as my marriage mate. I thought you were going to be my marriage mate. But I realized somebody here is realizing at the end of the day, like, I'm going to have to let go of those ideas. So there's somebody here who is moving on from a situation because you're seeing the larger perspective. Somebody, you were thinking about marrying a person, and when they had the opportunity to step up and show you that they were serious about it, they didn't. They flopped. They failed. They fumbled the ball. And you're like, how can I marry somebody like this? You say to yourself, how can I marry somebody who isn't there for me when I really need them? Like, marriage is the ultimate, I'm going to be here with you. We're going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off type of connection. And if they're not showing up that way, why would you give them that energy yourself? So I definitely see somebody here who recognizes their own energy and is pulling back. I see somebody here who's leaving a situation out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel easy. It doesn't feel easy at all, but it's necessary at this point. I see that you feel like it's necessary because this has been nothing but a fight and a battle. And this card came to me actually while I was preparing for my own handmade oracle deck, and it talks about reoccurring and prolonged chaos is evidence that attempts are being made to sustain one or more counterproductive energy. That card came through to me during the setup for this show. So I definitely see like that's part of the experience you've been having in this connection with this other. When you were trying to hold on to them, it was very chaotic. Okay, a lot of prolonged grief, chaos, unhealthy experiences, unhappy experiences. Okay, and I'm also seeing like a tug of rope type of thing, right? Relationships are often like tug of rope. You got your side, they got their side. And it's like a tug of rope by your point of focus very much in the sense of, when you let go and they want to pull you in. And when you let go, or when they let go, then you want to pull them in. So there's been kind of a tug of rope in this where like everybody's trying to win, but it's like you're working against each other, not working together. That alone tells you or should tell you like this is not partnership. This is not ideal partnership for you. The divine cosign wants to speak about this. What does it say? You accuse them of lying. I heard it. You are right. That's what God is cosigning on this message. The divine is cosigning on you accuse them of lying. I heard it. You are right. Now this card wants to come out from my signature series deck. What does it say? By a process of elimination. So it's like all the evidence has shown up, and by a process of elimination, you deduce an answer. You realize that this isn't what you chose for yourself. This isn't what you wanted when you chose this connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 strikes and you're out. I'm hearing the California state laws, 3 strikes and you're out energy. So you had checklist for requirements for friendship or loveship or partnership in whatever type of way. Even for somebody like ownership of something, little by little, you're realizing like this situation, this person, this experience in your life does not meet those requirements. You've ticked off all the boxes. That means like, okay, it's time for it to go. So for somebody, I get strongly the energy of enough chances. Now, where this relates to some sort of business opportunity or property ownership, it's like the property didn't do what you what it was meant to do. You can't do something on the property that you had planned for. I'm picking up on zoning for somebody. Like there's some zoning issues. The zoning board won't approve your thing, so you're like letting go of that property. I heard that had to do with Mercury retrograde energy. They're telling me, I'm not a big on astrology, but I do hear that it's common for contracts and stuff to be renegotiated or canceled with that energy. So for somebody, that's what's going on here. I also see it in regards to business, a business dealing, like either you're getting an intuitive hit that is telling you that this isn't showing up in as an opportunity that you really want to receive at this time. They're saying that for you, there is a better opportunity coming your way, okay? But it's like necessary for you to get what you want. You're going to have to identify what you don't want. So once you've learned to identify what you don't want, you're going to have to learn how to walk away from what you don't want. Is the energy that's coming through here. And it's a very strong energy. So in order to embrace the opportunity, as I said, take the next 2 cards off here for these next 2 positions. There's an opportunity here for you. To embrace it, you need the 2 of Wands. And to avoid risk in the situation, what you need to do is the Devil. Okay, so there's an opportunity here. But again, that choice that you make is going to be huge. You've got to make this choice to release anything that's in the way. And where the energy is showing up and it's not conducive to what you're hoping to accomplish here, you're going to have to let that go by the wayside, I hear. The opportunity for you to avoid risk is don't be afraid of doing what you have to do for yourself. With this Devil energy, you know that it's going to trigger someone else when you make this move. So, for example, you back out of a contract deal, you know somebody ain't going to be fucking happy about that at all. But guess what? That's not your problem. Your problem is you got to take care of you. You got to do the best thing that your intuition is showing you to. Another example, there's a friendship here. And this friendship is showing you that, you know, it's not reciprocal. This person might be a moocher, a user in some sort of way, a leech in some sort of way, or somebody who's just completely just not your energy. You understand that it's going to trigger you or trigger this person when you walk away. You're going to have to just let that person deal with their triggers. You're not responsible for somebody else's triggers. In regards to some property ownership or business, I feel like it's pretty much the same. You know, you understand that somebody's not going to be happy. There could be a couple of penalties to pay or something like that. It's like take that L now, take the lowercase L now or the big case L later. Somebody, you've been feeling this already. You've already been feeling this. I'm not telling you new shit. If you're concerned, oh man, does that mean my relationship is going bad? If your relationship is going great up until now, this is not your message. If you've already been having doubts about this connection, about this contract, if you've already been having doubts about this situation, then this message is for you. Okay. If you've already been having doubts about, well, dang, you know what, maybe I should back out because the zoning isn't going to get approved here, or maybe I should back out because this business deal doesn't promote my agenda, or maybe you're saying I should back out because this person seems blocked off to me, or maybe you're saying I should back out because this doesn't feel like the right house at the end of the day. You discovered something about the house or the community, you realize it's not the place for you. Okay. In any of these cases, to step up and do what you have to do is going to be triggering for you because you like to be a person of your word. You like to do exactly what you said. You have big follow through energy. I heard you have big follow through energy. And the situation here is like, you're going to have to do the uncomfortable thing to get the extraordinary results you've never had before. So if that means leaving somebody out in the cold, again, if that means letting go of a situation that brings up your triggers, your fears, your insecurities, your doubts, but I'm supposed to take care of my mom for somebody here. I'm supposed to take care of my mom. Are you? Is the question. Are you? Or was your mom supposed to take care of you and then you're like supposed to grow up? Okay. For somebody here, it's like a person here, they didn't acknowledge and value your worth. There's lies in the middle of this. These lies were meant to manipulate you. Okay. These lies were meant to manipulate you. This person was trying to get some kind of control over you, compel you to do some shit you didn't want to do. You realize that. You zoom out, you see the larger perspective. You have to honor your own value and worth if anybody else is going to. By process of elimination, You've realized what's got to go from your life. And some of you are feeling some frustration because you don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to do the wrong thing. They're saying you need to zoom out and see the larger perspective, because there's something in your perspective that's off. If you're allowing something to continue that's unhealthy because you don't want to trigger somebody, now you're just enabling. And I heard you're a coward. It's time for you to step up in courage in your own life. And guess what? We all have our turn to play the fool and the trigger man. Hello. I heard everybody plays the fool sometimes. So everybody plays the fool here sometimes. Somebody here's ego is making them too. Somebody here, but by their ego, is keeping them stuck in a situation that they know they need to let go of, but they just don't want to admit defeat, or they just don't want to admit that it's over, or they just, somebody here don't want to admit that, like, this is a bad connection. You don't want to show up to your friends or with your friends, and they're going to be like, where they at? Where Keisha? Gone. Yeah, I know. I took it back. I put my clown makeup back on, went back. The tears of a clown. Okay, so listen, there's something here about, you might have took a situation back, okay, but it's like, at the end of the day, no matter what your ego says, no matter what it looks like to other people, because for somebody here, that's the problem. You don't want to go back to your circle and be like, yeah, shit didn't work out again. Fucking well, that's not a reason to stay stuck in it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to hide. For somebody, you've already released this situation, but you're holding on to the shame and the guilt for the choice and the decision that you were guided to make. There's X all that stuff out. Just like your ex, X it all out. You know what I'm saying? Put a big black, we're not doing that. X on it with I'm seeing a big old marker, a big fat marker. Takes your whole hand and it's like, mark that out. Put a big old X on it. Like, do not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But you say, but I am worried about it. Okay, well, you need to look at all the reasons why this was a wise choice for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't take responsibility over everybody else's life choices at the end of the day. So we're going to read your final message today and see what we have from the Angel Tarot. Ha! I love this. This is awesome. It says successful completion. This is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. Like I said, if you've already done this is like job well done. You know what I'm saying? This is what you need to do. This is the job well done that's here for you right now. If you're still in all of this, if you move through this without being triggered by your own ego or fear, okay, honoring your value and your worth, taking in the larger perspective, I'm not going to be an enabler anymore. I'm not going to you. So this is what we have for you at this time. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, today's a great day to get a reading. And you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. And that's all, folks. I love what I do. Thank you.